Oh, it's a bonus one. Aren't you lucky? Not really, because you're going to see me play very badly at Super Tennis. Yes, I've decided to speed the footage up because no one wants to see... This game goes on forever. And no one wants to see me fail that miserably. I know you do, but you don't want to sit there for 20 minutes watching me fail miserably when you can watch me for just 10 minutes failing miserably. So yes, I've sped up the footage so you can go about your day and not think about tennis games on the Super Nintendo that came out in 1991. So yes, Super Tennis, one of the very early releases for the Super Nintendo. Not a launch one in Japan, but a launch one, I think, over the rest of the world, certainly in the UK. It's a very competent tennis game, probably the best tennis game at the time. I'd say it's been eclipsed since by Smash Court Tennis, Virtua Tennis. Some of the Mario Tennises are pretty good as well. But yeah, this was originally not an actual Nintendo release. It actually came out in Japan by a company called Tonkin House, and then Nintendo released it in North America and Europe, and I think another company released it in Brazil. It was voted the 84th best Super Nintendo game by IGN. I don't know, is that hard to agree with or disagree with? It's very good, this game. It is impossibly hard when you first start playing it, and I think a lot of people that will be taking up this challenge who haven't played a lot of Super Tennis before. I had sort of played it, but not a lot, and certainly not since about 1991. They will struggle, and I don't know how many people are actually going to beat whoever their first opponent is, because I don't think there's any major differences between the characters in terms of how well they do. I guess the men might hit harder. I don't know enough about the game to tell you whether that's a fact or not. But yeah, it got 96% when it was released in CMVG as well, which is a pretty good... I was going to say pretty good innings, but that's baseball and cricket, isn't it? What am I, Nadine Dorez? It got 92% in Superplay. And yeah, I've got sort of vague memories of it. It was, I think, a game I rented when I first rented the Super Nintendo, because that's something you used to be able to do in video shops, is rent consoles for the weekend. I rented a Super Nintendo, I think, with this F-Zero and Super Mario World, and this obviously got the most two-player play because it's the only one you can play simultaneously out of those three. It's, yeah, as a two-player game, it's much better than a one-player game because, you know, both of you are incompetent and it becomes quite a thrilling game. My favourite tennis game is Anna Kournikova's Smash Court Tennis on the PlayStation 1. That's a game where you can be Pac-Man and Heihachi, and of course the fabled, very pretty young Russian lady Anna Kournikova, who famously went out with was it Enrique Iglesias? Or is it Jose Iglesias? Which one is it? The son, anyway, the handsome son, not the old Real Madrid goalkeeper. His son, who did I Can Be Your Hero. I'm not going to sing any more than that. So he did that. Do I have any interest in tennis? Absolutely not really. Obviously got very excited when Andy Murray was doing well because I'm a fair weather bastard. Never really got into it during the Tim Henman era, and if I did, I sort of preferred Greg Rosetsky because he was Canadian and he had a big chin. So he was always sort of like a tennis playing Ruud van Nistelrooy. And yeah, for some reason he played for Britain rather than Canada, which it seems a bit of a shame for poor Canadians. But there you go. Not going to do a genital fact because that's an arcade thing, and I'm running out. I've got to think of a new way to do this, and I might have to abandon at some point the whole genital facts because I'm running out of animals and genitals. And once you run out of animals and genitals, you're in for a bad time, as anyone who's ever had a party can tell you. So what I will do this week, and I don't know whether I'm going to make it a continuing thing as I lose the first set, is I might let you decide, because as you may or may not know, I've just recently finished the Spectrum Games Verse based on TV shows. Yep, that's right. With episode 100, where I reviewed every single one and ranked them all. But yes, a lot of games, 164 games that came out. And now I've got to do something new. So things that are still continuing are going to be the movie games one, where I do games based on flop movies. I probably will go back to doing the musicians thing, which I did, which was games based on bands. I really want to do a 3-parter about Moonwalker, where I cover the arcade, the Sega games, and then the computer games, and I will do that, I think, at some point. I'm right in the middle at the moment, as this is being done, of my next batch of games of the year. I'm on 2007, and that's probably going to be out very shortly after this little mini video. So there's something to look forward to if you like those. As we go on, I've got to seriously think about not continuing that series, though, because it's already feeling decidedly unretro, despite the fact that I'm covering games that are nearly 15 years old. So I might start, I don't know, I'm obviously going to finish this season, which is going to finish at 2009, and then I think I might do next year, I might do up to 2014, and then I think the year after that, or maybe whenever I can be bored, I'll just do like 2015 to 2020 as one sort of big video, my top 10 from there, because I don't think I've played a lot of games in that time from that era. I might be wrong. When I get to it in 2 years or a year and a bit, I might find out that I'm wrong. But in terms of what I'm doing in terms of new stuff now, I'm going to continue doing stuff based on the arcade as well, not just the challenges, but one of my most popular videos, three of my most popular videos are the Crime Fight series. So I'm going to carry on doing stuff like that. And I think I don't know what I'm going to do next. In fact, that'll be coming up in a minute, what I'm going to speak to you about. In fact, I'm running out of time a bit, so I'm going to get to it now. So yeah, what I'm going to do is, as a one-off, and because it's a brand new era for me, I'm going to let the people decide what video I do after I've done. I'm going to do all the 2000 videos now, basically, get them out of the way, and then I'm going to do start my new era. So how should I start my new era? Should I do a game based on a flop movie, and the game I will be covering will be Page Master on the Super Nintendo, or should I do Basildon Bond, which is a Commodore 64 game based on a TV show? I'm not doing all Commodore 64s. I'm going to go a bit more random. I'm going to cover like Game Boy Advance and things like that as well, and PlayStation and Amiga and all the others. I'm going to do Willow, Tales from the Sticky Floors. I'm going to basically review the arcade game of Willow, the film. Or should I do Mad Balls on the Spectrum? Because this is going to start off my weird games licenses. So you've got A, Page Master, B, Basildon Bond, C, Willow, or D, Mad Balls. You select, you choose, you tell me what I should do, and that will be the end of my tennis adventure. I'm glad I sped it up for you, because that was awful. Until next time, Kay, thanks, bye.